see you at 9.
She's a great dancer as well.
Yeah. Talking of dance, we've got India's very own Billy Elliot to chat to now. We're meeting the incredible boy who discovered a love of dance just 4 years ago after watching Bollywood films at home in Delhi, and is now training with the English National Ballet. It is a huge success story. He couldn't even afford his own lessons initially, but he's made it. We're going to be chatting to him coming up next. You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV. 4 years ago, Kamal Singh discovered ballet after watching a Bollywood movie, and despite big economic and social hurdles, the then 17-year-old from India was eager to learn more and devoted himself to his craft.
Well, today, the son of a rickshaw driver is pursuing his passion at none other than the English National Ballet School. After winning a place there on their trainee programme and raising funds through a crowdfunding campaign backed by some of Bollywood's biggest names, we're delighted to say that Kamal joins us now, along with the artistic director of the English National Ballet School, Viviana Durant. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. We're also joined by Kamal's mentor and choreographer, Fernanda Aguilera, live from Delhi. Good morning to you. I suppose, Fernando, we should start with you in many ways, because what did you see in Kamal when he was 17, this completely new young chap, you know, from no dance background? What did you see in him?
Good morning. Well, I got impressed on the day one when he came for the trial class. Because he has such as body skills for ballet, to be a ballet dancer. We're talking about flexibility, turnout, musicality, memory, to remember the combinations, and a very good posture, and something more important, he always was very committed person, very responsible.
That's so often at the core of it. Well, Kamal, can you remember the first moment when you became committed, if you like? When you fell in love with ballet? Because it wasn't something that people around you were doing, was it? It wasn't something that was in your life. Can you remember what made you think, ballet, that's the thing for me?
Actually, this story started 4 years ago. I have seen a movie called Anybody Can Dance, and there I seen ballet first time. And there was a choreographer teacher, Mr. Fernando sir, who's my teacher, and I saw ballet first time. So I really got impressed because they was jumping, turning, and they are boys lifting in the one hand to the girl, and they are catching before they landing on the floor. So I really got impressed, and then I decided to ballet. I went to the Google, I saw a lot of videos, and then I found Imperial Fernando Ballet Company, and I went to the trial. In the trial, Mr. Fernando sir was there, and in the starting was a little bored for me because I never heard music of piano, and we have to turn out from the hips and posture and hold the bar and do plie tendu. Was little bored for me, but when we went to the center, I started loving, because there was combination of jumping and turning, so I really enjoyed that day.
So, you know, there you are, discovering this new wonderful thing that fills your life. You then, of course, because it's not cheap, ballet isn't cheap, is it? And lessons aren't cheap. You then had to go home to your mum and dad and say, right, I want to do this and take this seriously. What did your parents think of the idea of you? He was a rickshaw driver, living as you were in India, of you thinking, I want to pursue ballet dancing.
Actually, they also didn't know ballet before, like me. So Mr. Fernando sir, we make a meeting with my father. So he explained to my father that ballet is a profession, is a career. Like somebody want to be doctor or engineer, we also dancer, get a job in the ballet company, like English National Ballet. So like this is the career. Then my father understand, and then he only put one condition, that I have to pass the 12th exam. Then I did 6 months of break. Then after I continue my ballet training. And Mr. Fernando sir, Imperial Fernando Ballet Company gave me a scholarship, so I start training there.
Wow, what an extraordinary story. And then, of course, the story takes another unbelievable twist, which is the fact that you're now at the English National Ballet School. Viviana, what was your impression of Kamal? And just explain to all of us the sort of competition he was up against, given that he only basically became interested in ballet professionally, as it were, 3-4 years ago.
I was taken by his, when I saw him on Zoom with just a photo. We had to audition people for the training program just with images because obviously of the pandemic. And I saw his photo and I loved, he was very well placed, very classically well placed. I couldn't see his passion and focus and devotion, but now that I've met him, it's quite something. So it was an absolute pleasure to have him in the training program. But so it's a great story.
It is lovely.
I'm very taken by it.
Well, we've all been oohing and ahhing at some of your incredible moves, Kamal, that we've seen on footage. I don't know if there's anything you can show us this morning. I mean, you're very bendy. You're very bendy. Can you show us some moves that we can see?
Right now with all this mystical and all, I can do. Okay.
Wow. So graceful.
So graceful. So. There you go.
Goodness me.
Now, I don't know if you're aware, but our Ranveer Singh is about to take part. I don't think she's related to you. She wishes she was, having seen those moves. But she's about to take part in a big show over here, which I think you know about as well, which is Strictly Come Dancing.
Why does the director keep doing this? Stop playing me up against Kamal. It's so unfair.
She hasn't got... she first got interested in dancing about 4 days ago, I think, as opposed to 4 years ago, but she's still very early into it.